Oh, anyway, no, I actually got something else. I was looking at this story, and I don't know if you've heard about it. There's this guy called Paul de Gelder, and he's this Australian bloke who was in the Navy, or he worked for the Navy in Australia, and he used to do like those dives. In Sydney Harbour, he did a dive, and it's a pretty famous story. And he got attacked by a 12-foot bull shark.
Yeah. Was that the guy that lost his arm and part of his leg or something?
He lost his full leg and he lost his left arm. So he lost pretty much both limbs on the left side of his body.
Well, you know what? You might want to talk to your uncle about that, because I think he was a medic at Garden Island when that happened.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because it was the guys he was with. One of the guys actually, because once he got on the boat, because apparently he like freaked out, and he was like, all I can do is get to the boat, and he was expecting this bull shark to come finish him off because he was on the surface fucking frolicking around like a fucking dying fish. And then he gets on the boat. Yeah, oh, he would have lost so much blood. And then he gets on the boat, and one of the guy's chilled out, like he's not even freaking out, because I don't think he's really looking at the injuries, so he doesn't go into shock. Yeah. And apparently his partner gets into his leg, like in there, and closes an artery with his fingers.
Finger in there, hell yeah!
Like, that's fucking wicked.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty cool. I heard that the other day. So
yeah, that happened. That happened what, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, maybe.
Oh, it was so long ago.
Yeah, it was like early 2000s, maybe close to 2008, 2009, something like that. I think maybe it was earlier.
Yeah, and he's doing really good for himself, actually. He's riding it off, the success of it, pretty well.
Yeah.
I've just looked up his girlfriend, apparently. Whoops.
Yeah. Well,
yes. So, yeah, but he's also doing these other things where he does this, which is pretty interesting. He does this thing where he's in the I'm not sure which ocean, but he's in the ocean and he's in open waters and he's on a raft. He's got a little bit of food, a little bit of supplies and stuff, and he's trying to survive. And it's with the Discovery Channel, and I need to watch it, but it sounds really fucking cool.
Look it up. Yeah, I'll look that up and have a look at that one.
Yeah, so Paul de Gelder. Paul de
I know the story that you're talking about. I remember when it happened.
These bald guys, they fucking got piss poor luck in the water.
Yeah, he was a clearance diver for the Navy.
Yeah. Like Mick Fanning. Oh, he's not. Oh, he was bald though, wasn't he, when he got attacked?
He had to fight off that shark. Where was that? South Africa, wasn't it? Was it South Africa? Or?
I'm sure that was Australia.
Was it Australia?
Was it?
I can't remember.
I think it was Australia.
Yeah, I don't know what surfing championship it was.
Yeah, Tweed Heads.
Tweed Heads, was it?
No. Sorry, that's where he's from. My bad. Whoops. My bad. Jeffreys Bay in South Africa. Wow. Okay. Yeah, makes sense. Great white. Yeah, the big ones.
Yeah.
I also heard this other story while we're on the topic of sharks about. It was Paul de Gelder who was talking about the same thing. It was about radioactive sharks. And he was saying, I can't remember where it was, but it was
in the ones where the adults were, where they let the nuclear bombs off and shit.
Yeah, where they dropped them into the water, where they like sunk all the nuclear waste, and apparently the sharks like real aggressive out there and fucking huge, eh?
Yeah, I've seen some drone footage of when people have been sailing around the Pacific and all that, and they fly the drones over these atolls and they see these massive, just freaking reef sharks. You know, they'd be just, or tiger sharks or whatever they're going to be, you know. You got the Pacific tiger sharks that live all, you know, there, I guess, in the water.
Yeah, it's pretty skit stuff. Like, just to think, like, that an apex predator that's already aggressive is going to be...
They super up a bit. yeah. Let's treat it like one of those fighting pit bulls. You know, chain it up and beat it around. You know, make it more aggressive.
Yeah, it's like that. What's that Sharks cartoon? The fucking Street Sharks, where they're all like these jacked up fucking gang fucking sharks. I don't know if you know what that is, but it's like this like kid show from the '90s, I think.
I don't watch kids shows, man.
Oh man, Street Sharks, love that shit.
I thought you were talking about freaking, that song. Do 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 do.
Oh, Baby Shark.
Daddy Shark.
Okay. Wow. Yeah. So a lot happening on the shark front.
Yeah, I don't like sharks, man. That's my biggest fear.
No,
I love water, I love the ocean.
It's not. No. Yeah, no. See, I've got to call you out there because somebody with a true fear of sharks will not get in the water, and I think you know who has a true fear of sharks.
Well, I know you do because when we've been on the Barrier Reef diving, and you would stick your face in the water from the back of the boat. That was as far as you went.
Right. I shit you not. I did that, and I thought if I stick my fucking whole head in this water, I'm going to sink to the bottom. Like I was like, nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
I played the odds game when I was out there on the reef. There was probably 100 people out there that day.
Yeah,
diving and everything. So I thought, well, shit, that 1 in 100. That's an all right chance, And as long as I swim around like all the tourists, I could probably swim faster back to the boat than the Japanese tourists and all that are floundering around, So that was my
hope. Yeah, kind of hope you get like some fucking shark from like Cronulla or something that's fucking racist as fuck.
Yeah, drags people off trains and beats them up. That's
it. Just starts fucking taking out all the fucking
you're driving through. Yeah, you're on the train to Cronulla through Sutherland or something like that, and a shark comes on board and drags you off and beats the shit out of you.
Like Sharknado just comes.
You're like, hey, what are you doing? He's like, oh shit, sorry, bro. I thought you weren't.
Bro, it's a tan. You fuck. Oh, my bad, brother.
There's a lot more to that story than what the media just But
the sharks in Cronulla running through fucking train windows.
Yeah, train. Yeah, it was blown out by the media. It wasn't actually a shark that come on the train.
No, it was a dolphin. But you know how the media is. Fucking.
It was a dolphin piece.
Pigs. Yeah.
Dolphin piece.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So. Fucking sharks.
Yeah, but sharks don't like I just don't like them. Even when I was living down in the mid north coast, New South Wales, around Coffs Harbour, going up in the boat on Bonville Creek and all that in the boat, and you'd be fresh water right up there, and you'd see bull sharks in there, and there'd be swings, rope swings where people were swimming, and you stupid bastards.
Yeah.
Yeah, Coffs Creek's full of them.
It's worse, yeah. Well, I've actually got a funny story about both of those creeks. In Bonville, they've got like that reserve in Bonville near the golf club, kind of, and they've got this big fucking fresh water, and it's like dead set. The water's black, and it's so deep. Me and my mate, we go out in this. It's literally half the size of a small tinny. It's like a fake fucking boat, but it's a real boat. It's made of wood.
Yeah.
It's like one of those old school ones. And we go out. It's a one-person boat. We go out in it, and we go across the creek, and we go back. And just the eeriness of you see the blackness and ugh. And I was just like, nah, man. It's horrible.
You're the unknown, man. You're the unknown. What's there?
Water
could only be foot deep, but because you can't see the bottom, it's the fear of the unknown,
True, yeah. But no, this water was fucking black, and it was middle of the day. I was like, that's deep. It's like, no.
Isn't the color of water and all that from the leaching from the trees and all that are all there?
Yeah.
I think it's all the trees that line and they leach into it. It's like that river in Tasmania where they get where it leaches all that brown. Oh shit! What's the name of it? I can't remember. But anyway,
algae and shit like that.
Huh?
Are you talking about sharks in the pissy water?
I'm talking about why the water's black and dark like that.
Oh,
it's
okay.
From the vegetation and all that sort of stuff.
Oh yeah,
basically.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm not afraid. Like, sharks freak the shit out of me. Crocodiles don't really worry me. Like, even when we're living up in North Queensland,
It's funny
you know,
that, eh?
the Daintree River.
Yeah.
I was in my boat, you know, and it was a 14-foot tinny. You know, we're barra fishing. It was a stinking hot day,
Yeah.
and I'm watching Fat Albert, which is he's over a ton
Weird.
in weight. I'm watching him on the bank, so I
Yeah.
know big dominant croc around. So there's going to be no other crocs in this area, and we're on this sandbank, and it was about 3 foot deep. So I just jumped in the water and had a quick splash, and as soon as I hit that water, big old Albert, man, he put his nose into that water and was making his way over. But I was in out, like just splash down, cool down. Not the smartest thing to do. Pretty stupid,
No,
actually.
they're
But,
fucking, yeah.
but you relax when you're around them all the time. You seem to relax,
Yeah.
I think, and that's what gets you in the end, I think, too.
Yeah. That's
You know?
definitely, that's what I was gonna say. I've got a similar story. I think I've told you this. I think I told you when it happened, and I freaked the fuck out. It's when we were at Pools Resort at Port Douglas, I think. And I went down to these little ponds, and I was fishing, and I got really close to the water, and I was like looking over because I was a stupid kid, and I had lures and stuff, and you keep losing them and shit, so you keep trying to get them.
Yeah.
And in these ponds, I was like, there's no crocs. Like, there's probably a croc or two, but it's very unlikely. And I see this bird sitting right next to me, but it's in the water, but it's pretty close to me. And I see the water get inverted, and I see bubbles, and I go, oh, is that a big fish or something? And then I'm still there really close, and then the bird, like, starts freaking out. And I fucking, like, jump back. And I just remember the fear, like, and the stupidity I had just to stay there. Like, if that croc was hungry, like I should have died. I was like, what the fuck, man?
You relax. You tend to relax. Like,
Yeah.
the person that operated the crocodile tours up on the Daintree, who let their son go and play down near the water, and he got taken by a
His
croc.
dog, wasn't it? Didn't he get taken by a tail?
Dog taken first, and he went down to help the dog, and he ended up getting taken. You know, and yeah, it's such a sad story. But you know, people, you know,
it's like kayakers and shit too. That lady who got eaten when she was in like not even 2 foot of water, I think, and her husband started hunting them. I think I read that in the book.
That was up in the Daintree.
Yeah,
when she was knee deep in the water on New Year's Eve. Cool, in the middle of the night.
Yeah, stupid.
You know, and that's just stupidity. You know.
Yeah.
But
it's a wacky world out there. Like, you know, like, jeez.
Yeah,
you can just be standing there next minute like a fucking huge lizard's gonna eat you, and you're not even that scared of it. It's like, are we fucking sociopaths, everyone?
Yeah. I think, you know, like I said, you just relax. You know, you've been around it all your life, or you've grown up with it, and
I think statistics too can fuck people, because I remember always hearing, you know, not many people get eaten by crocodiles and sharks up here, you know, if you're smart. And it's just like that kind of seeps into you, and it's like planting a seed, and you're like, you know what, not many people get eaten, so.
Yeah. Hey, you know, yeah.
And yeah, I remember we've seen some really stupid shit. We saw a bloke go waist high, even like chest high, in like the middle of the night, cast netting.
Yep.
In North Queensland, when we were fishing. That stuck with me.
Yep. We've seen some pretty stupid stuff when we've been north in Australia, you know.
Hey, I'm pretty sure it was some Aboriginal fellow, or was it just some old guy?
It's just it wasn't an old guy. It was just a freaking. He would have been maybe in his 30s.
Yeah, he's just.
Yeah.
Just give a fuck. I have to commend him though. Like, I hope he didn't think that anyone's going to help him.
Nah. Well, if it had been this day and age, someone would have had their cell phone out recording him.
I would have in a heartbeat, and I would have been tapping on the water, fucking over here.
That's what gets me today. All these cell phones and everything like that. Yeah, something will happen. Someone's getting a shit beaten out of them. And no one's going to help. Everyone's just recording.
I was literally going to say the same thing. I was going to say street fights are like the most recorded thing, like that I see.
Well, like that, just the other week, a lady was raped on a platform in New York City.
Jesus.
No one helped. No, where's the guy? Where's a man around to freaking grab that guy and freaking put him in a chokehold and freaking take him to the ground?
Or
know?
some, yeah, or some.
Where everyone had cell phones out, just recording.
Hey, just anyone.
Yeah. To rape this woman, laying on top of this woman trying to rape her, and they're just recording. It's like, what the hell, man?
It's fucking ridiculous.
Like, I don't know if they did eventually go to her aid, but the short little clips that I see.
But I have heard, I've heard things like that, and I'm not saying this is the case for that one, but I've heard people, and I've seen similar videos, where they think that's what's happening, but it turns out it's two homeless people having sex. Shit, no, like I know it sounds like a joke, but bruh, I'm telling you, it's like trying to fucking chop the foreskin off a fucking.
This was like peak hour, middle of the commute. Some guy is on top of this woman that,
they're living on the street. They don't care.
But it's pretty messed up. Like everyone lives around phones and everything these days. I think it's more like this is how they get their 15 minutes of fame. If they get a good of someone committing a horrendous act, they're going to become famous for just that 15 minutes.
Yeah, not even famous, but they get.
No, but they live the famous in their head. You know what I mean?
They feel what it's like, but not for themselves. It's strange.
That's one thing I notice at the moment with all the unrest that's going on through the US. The amount of people that are out on the streets streaming.
Yeah. It's because it's a major thing.
They put a sticker, like a bit of duct tape, and they write press on it, put it on their shirt, and they automatically, they think it's war correspondent or something. And I understand that anyone can do it. It's freedom of speech. It's in America here, it's First Amendment. So you got a right to protest. You got all this stuff, and but man, when there's 20 people out protesting, there's 60 people with press on them.
Yeah.
It's like
I get it. Yeah, it's pretty.
You know what I mean? And it's like, and they kicked up a bit of a stink because the cops were arresting the people that saying they're press. And it's like, well,
you're not press, but then the real press isn't press, so I guess they're probably
you can't believe anything you see on anywhere.
That's
man.
it. Yeah, I was having the same conversation with someone, and I was arguing, and I was like, no, how do you not understand that you can't just trust the news outlet? Like, just because the majority of people think it's 100% the truth, it's fucking stupid. Like, like if someone pisses on you and they say it's water, you're gonna fucking, like, it's stupid. You're gonna be like, why'd you piss on me? Like, why is there piss on my leg? No, it's water. No. It's like, I don't know. It's piss. I can smell it. No, it's water. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. The world is, and then you get everything so saturated. Like information's saturated. Everything. Like I've been, just to go off topic completely now, and do a full 180. We've got Lionel Messi leaving Barcelona, and in my newsfeed, all I see is Messi leaving Barcelona. Oh, he's going to Paris Saint-Germain. Oh, he's going to Juventus. Oh, he's going to fucking Man City. Oh, Liverpool want him. And it's just like, it's fucking ridiculous. It's just so saturated, everything. When everyone's got a voice,
Yeah. Yeah, that's a...
But it's a good thing as well. But
it's controlled information, and it's like programming. It's like if we show people and distract people with other information that we want them to deem relevant, we just keep flooding them with it, and that way then people live in this fantasy land basically, of not really knowing what's going on in the world, and
basically just knowing what we're being fed basically without getting too because it's a real thing, especially in Australia. Like Australia's gone through this thing with YouTube where media outlets want to be paid like stupidly more amount of money for the same things that they've been doing, but they don't understand how irrelevant they are.
Yeah.
The media,
Yeah.
and they're trying to take away from Australian YouTubers, and even people who are just watching YouTube are going to be saturated with information they don't even want to see. And it's just things like that. And it's because they can buy, they can buy the first.
A lot of the other stuff out. And,
yeah, it's like basically getting the biggest billboard in the city, and where the other ones are mean shit.
And they don't call it TV programming for a reason. You know, that's why they call it programming.
Program. Yeah. It's because they're programming it.
Exactly right. You know, and it's what
money basically
what
does.
you call it, the idiot box, and it's exactly right. You know, it's the idiot box. You watch this TV, you're going to dumb yourself down. You know, but now information comes at us so quickly because we carry around this stupid little freaking thing in our pockets all day.
Yeah.
That at any second of the day we can whip it out. We can instantly access a live stream from across the other side of the world. We can watch the space station. We can, we can, whether we've got the highest levels of technology that human race has supposedly ever seen. Okay, at this time for the common people, but we are the dumbest motherfuckers ever in history. Do you know what I mean? Like, because
I do.
What's everyone say now? I'll just Google it. You know?
That's true. Yeah,
it's like
I was going to say the exact same thing.
You're not learning. It's relying on this stupid thing we carry around to, and that's why people are going to submit to getting these chips and like the Elon Musk new freaking brain chip and all. It's because it's going to be an upthing straight away to, the Neuralink.
Yeah.
And it's going to, huh?
On that, like Google, it literally is, and your phone is like a second brain, or even like your first brain. Basically, it's just a different part of it.
Having a memory card.
It is.
I don't have to. I can just take that memory card out and throw it away, and just let my brain be by stupidity.
Yeah, it's like all the cheat codes to life. It's like GTA cheat codes, but you got everything. So the game's not as.
And simplify it right down. It's like basically it's like having every cheat code in the world.
Yeah, basically. At your fingertips. But now they're useless because everyone's got it. That's like
people making the right use of it.
Yeah.
A lot of people, I'm not saying not everyone does, but a lot of people don't make the right use of it. They use all this technology in the world. And people sit in front of a screen all day and play, I'm not dissing anybody, but just play Minecraft, or they play whatever, other games that are out there. I don't play video games. I never have, never got into it.
I'll say one thing to you. Be careful.
But you know what I think of. You know what I think. I think there's a time and a place for it. There's a wind down and everything like that. There's a wind down for it, but it can be obsessive to you. It can overtake your life. Can we agree on that?
Just Just watch yourself, all right? Yeah, but
anything. It can overtake your life, right?
But but
there's all this
actually pretty good for you at the same time.
Well, that's what I said. It can be therapeutic in some points, but then other times, if it overtakes your life, it's like anything, like any addiction or any substance, or it can overtake your life and become a problem.
Fuck no, it can. Have you seen the stories? I might actually pull it up here. In China, I think it was 24 hours straight. This guy was just going at it. Maybe it was longer than that. It was way longer than that. It was at one of these internet cafes.
And snort a couple of Adderall, and you can be up for 24 hours.
Oh, dude, these people, it's like the games of their drugs, man. They don't even need drugs. That's the funny thing is I need to smoke weed to be able to play games. See, that's one interesting thing I found is that I have to be at the smoking to actually find interest in it.
Right.
But these people, man, they just go at it. They just eat. They shit themselves in diapers. Gaming addicts have turned internet cafes into their homes, basically. Like,
Oh, I know that they like when I was in Japan, I went all through all that area, where they live in little freaking closets.
yeah,
But
like
it's an internet
the
cafe,
smell, man.
and but it's crazy. But yeah, you're talking about. I've read stories about people just sitting on
Yeah,
gaming sessions in adult diapers. They
one
didn't
guy
have to leave
couldn't
it,
move.
just
He
stuff
literally
like.
couldn't move after a week of it. He just didn't move, and he couldn't move, and he started having like a seizure or something.
Yeah,
And yeah, he just full fucked himself. Just
I
playing
think
video games.
how big like the gaming industry is, and I got nothing against it, and I'm all for
Oh, it's
capitalism, man. If
huge.
you want to earn money, and people want to give you money and support you and stuff like that for your venture, all
No,
power to you.
yeah,
It's a
fucking
great
oath,
thing
man.
for people to have, you
One
know.
of the biggest industries in the fucking world at the moment. Like,
Yeah,
genuinely, it would have to be out there.
yeah. But there's this. I don't know if you've ever seen this channel on YouTube called Unspeakable.
No, I don't think
Right,
so.
it's this group of young guys, man. They probably started it when they were maybe, I don't know what age, just let's say 15, 16, whatever.
Mm.
This YouTube channel, and it's gone up. Now they're in there, I think they're early 20s. Okay, they started off and they had this big house, which obviously their YouTube channel paid for.
Yeah.
You're talking, I think, I'd be guessing, but I think their subscription rate is up near like 5 million or something like that. Okay.
Fucking hell.
Each video they drop is 1 million plus views. Okay. They just bought, with the proceeds of their YouTube channel, a house, I believe it's in Texas, that is surrounded by its own moat. The house is an island. They
And it's in
film now.
Texas, of course.
Yeah, they film, and all they do is they play Minecraft. The whole thing is about Minecraft, and he has
Yeah.
his own swag, sells his own swag, and
What's the
all that
name?
sort of stuff. And
Speak.
Unspeakable. You look it up and
Oh,
see it.
yeah. Yeah. I've seen. I
Yeah,
think I've seen
but that
him
the new house that they live in with jet skis, man, they're riding around on jet skis around in this river, man, and all power to them, man. A lot of people, they get a lot of hate from people, and the
Oh,
only
fucking
reason I know about this, is, because kids watch it and stuff like that, so I see it on,
Yeah.
and it's like, man, is that their house? And they're like, yeah, they just bought this house and it's got its own moat around it like a castle, and I'm like,
Yeah.
what?
That's
And it's like
like
this house
Logan
could be
Paul.
5 or 6
Yeah.
million,
Yeah. It's like all these
But
YouTubers, man. They're fucking loaded.
yeah, like I'm watching some of them, and I'm branching off from this, like the streaming and all that into YouTube, but it's sort of like progressing this. We'll just keep going, but it's not where I want to take it, but we'll just go wherever it goes, eh? But like these streamers out there, I know streamers that are on DLive. I love DLive platform. DLive platform to me
I haven't even looked at it.
is it's a good little platform. It's getting a lot of flack at the moment because people are saying it's right wing and it's hate speech. A lot of hate speech on it. It's not. It's just free speech on there, which is what I enjoy, because you can go in there and people just talking openly and not being worried about being boxed, being and not actually having not being banned and shit for just talking what they believe. And we all should be able to listen to what people believe and listen, and that's where YouTube is losing out now, because YouTube's freaking slamming people left and right, just pushing them out and doxing. I'm not doxing them, but shadow banning them and removing their subscriptions and taking their monetization away and stuff like that. But DLive works on like a crypto. It's a blockchain sort of setup. So also people that are on this DLive, if you're just in the chat and you are interacting, you actually receive benefits from that, because they will open what they call the chest, and you get paid back in lemons. And it's actually, you can accumulate them and you can cash them out for real money. It's a good little thing, and you can donate to the the operator,
Twitch.
channel.
It's basically Twitch. It's a rip off of Twitch, but it's more open.
Well, see,
from what I
Twitch is Twitch has gone more to
Twitch-
the left.
It's
So it's sort of
but
it's suppressing a lot of alternative views, which is
Twitch
what
is
I'm saying. Twitch is huge,
Twitch-
but it's suppressing
D-Live's
alternative views. And D-Live's allowing whatever. If you left or right or straight to the middle, gay, straight, whatever, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
There's
doesn't matter
Christian channels.
say.
There's full freaking satanic channels. There's left channels. There's right channels. There's all gaming channels. It's everything.
I think
and it's
a
all
good idea.
community. It's a really cool. It's a really cool concept.
Yeah, I just think Twitch is huge, and like honestly, like to compete with Twitch, like Mixer bought Twitch's biggest streamer, and Mixer it doesn't exist anymore. So it's like I don't know. Like D-Live will probably do well, but it's not going to be the new Twitch. You know?
You got
like
other.
No.
Well, D-Live's only young. D-Live's very young.
Yeah.
Right? And it's starting off.
But to beat Twitch with its own thing, like I understand they're doing the right thing. I think that's the way to do it. I wish it would, but Twitch is. But
you got it's like BitChute. You got BitChute.
Yeah.
Which is another free sort of like free speech sort of platform that you can go on and you can stream and you can do whatever. That's a little bit crazy, that place, because they are so free with the speech. So if you're easily offended, it's probably not the place for you to be.
Yeah.
Apart from having pornography, murder, kiddie porn, all that sort of stuff on there, you'll get your ass banned for that. Pretty much the limit.
Yeah.
Anything else is go. And I got no problem with it, but I'm just saying if you are easily offended, and you just walk away from something that's being just openly, blatantly racist or whatever.
Like Bill Burr.
Don't
watching Bill Burr.
Saying anything.
Yeah. But no, there's a lot of platforms out there that are starting up, and that are in the infancy stages, and it's really good to see. It's like if you can get into these platforms early, and you can get some sort of financial stake in them, who knows where it could go.
Yeah, but I think the way to go with that is to go for something that's unorthodox, something you're not even sure about, because when Twitch and shit came out, people were probably like, fuck these idiots. What do they think? People are just going to live stream? Fuck, idiots. What do they think? That's going to be fucking bigger than YouTube? Nearly. Nearly got there. It might even be bigger.
Here's another thing, though. The monetization, when someone super chats you or something like that in YouTube, whatever the percentage is that YouTube takes, like 50%, 60%, it's huge. It's a huge amount. D-Live takes 10%.
Yeah.
And I don't know what the other ones are, but I know, like, even if you PayPal, there's a cut. I use Cash App. Cash App's a really good one, because I can do my Bitcoin, I can do everything through it. I can do my stocks, and I bought my first Bitcoin just a few months ago.
Did you? How much was it per Bitcoin?
It was, when I bought it, it was I think it was like 11,600 or something like that.
Jesus.
And it went up to I went over 13, and I sold it because I was reading that the Bitcoin was about to take a big dump, and I sold it when it was high. I sold it when it was in the 13,000. And now it's Bitcoin and the Dow are chasing each other to the bottom at the moment. So when it levels,
so it did go down.
It levels out. Yeah, when it levels out, buy up. I think. Anyway, I think obviously look into it. It's right for you, but
just buy it when it's fucking shitter, I reckon. Why not?
Yeah, like I've been purchasing silver. I was purchasing silver when it was about $13, $14 an ounce. And now it's you can't buy a piece of silver 1 ounce coin for less than $40 now, really.
And I was like, what the fuck? Isn't there something weird like silver's maybe I'm completely wrong here, and maybe it's something else. But wasn't there something like silver's becoming more valuable than gold, or is it something else that's become more
Well,
valuable than
silver, it depends on what
gold?
you read. Some things I've read that silver is
Maybe
running out.
it's maybe that's what I was just about to say that maybe there's limited resources of silver and they know where there might be heaps more gold out there because
Well, yeah, I think because everything electronic has pretty much silver in it too, and it's gold is in a lot of hardware circuitry because it's a really good conductor, and
yeah.
So I think the more what I would do is I would be watching what Musk is doing, like which way Musk has taken his technology, and look at the resources that are going to be required for him
For
to
that stuff.
advance.
That's a good idea.
And that way, then you can look in, like to what resources he's going to be requiring to advance his business, and look at see if you can find any cheaper sort of options to purchase, because you start everything's going to go crypto. Everything's going to be digital, regardless of what people want to fight it and stuff like that. And I agree, there's nothing like having cash in your pocket.
Well, it's kind of already like that, to be honest, but it's just all mainstream banks and like
we're
normal
being programmed to it at the moment.
Basically, because everything I have is online. I don't have cash ever. Unless I'm buying drugs. honestly, I think everyone is like that now.
Yeah, it's not like your local dealer on the corner has a freaking, tap to pay.
Unfortunately, yeah. They can track that
tap card on his. Yeah.
Yeah, slide it down his cheeks,
Yeah. Hang on, buddy, I'm printing your receipt.
Printing your receipt. Yeah.
You want a receipt with it, mate? No, thanks, buddy. I'm good.
Good. Yeah. Keep it in your dirty crack.
Yeah. Keep your dirty crack.
Double meaning, mate. Double meaning. Good. So how did we get to meth? That's what I want to know.
Well, he had a dirty crack. So we went crack. One said crack. It was like, oh, meth.
I don't.
Meth is a hell of a drug, kids. Stay away from it.
Fucking.
Unless you want to have an insane sex and freaking and be up partying for days.
And if you want to fucking meet the devil's dick at the end of it.
I've put my nose down on quite a few things,
I've had speed, so I think that's pretty similar, to be honest.
But yeah,
speed's basically mad.
You don't want to. Yes. You don't want to be on it. Shit. It'll put its hooks in you. It'll put its hooks in you. If you're not careful, you got to be strong-willed. If you have any sort of substance abuse, in the past, if you can't stop at 1 or 2 beers, or you can't stop at just a couple of hits of a joint or something like that, that is not the drug that you want to go near.
That's what I've always said to myself. I said I don't even have the desire to try it, because I know if I do, I will just I'll fucking love it.
Okay, it's like Molly. MDMA.
Oh,
the same,
that shit.
It can put its hooks in you. It'll put its hooks in you because it makes you feel so euphoric.
Yeah,
if you feel bad, you're feeling bad and stuff like that, you take an MDMA, where you take do a line of fucking of blow. I'm not talking coke. Coke today is shit to what it used to be. Even back in the day, you get the old good stuff that used to be around. It's not compared to what it is today. It's been cut so many freaking times.
Yeah, that's it.
And it's garbage. You put your nose down on a freaking line of coke, and I'm not saying do it, but every trouble you have just disappears because it releases those endorphins, and it makes
10 or 20
for hours. That's what's so addictive about it. because it makes you feel euphoric for hours compared to cocaine, which might be just a short 1 or 2 hours.
That's what I thought you. I thought you said coke because I had a line of coke once, and I
Coke's
felt
only,
pretty.
Coke's only
I felt good for like a minute or two. I felt like fucking like I was getting somewhere, and then it didn't get anywhere.
Yeah, but if you're doing meth, like you know, that's like a 10, 12 hour period. You know, depending on the size of your line, but you know, off you can go. You know, but that's why it's so bad, so deadly for you to, because it makes you feel so good, and before you know it, you've been up for a week.
Yeah, and then you need more. Yeah.
And then you start going into psychotic episodes because you'll start to get psychosis from not resting, from not sleeping, you know, and stuff like that. And then you start to get paranoid, and you'll start to see things, and you start to shit's happening. It's not happening, you know. And that's when it gets you. So I'm saying, stay away from it, kids.
A good time.
Bad shit. But you know, back in World War II, the Nazis used to do it. That's what the Nazis were given.
Yeah, I've heard that. Yeah.
Yep.
Crazy fuckers.
And even some of the military around the world, some of their special forces units around the world actually still do coke and speed.
I legitimately probably would want to. If I was like getting shot at and I thought I was going to die, I'd probably be like, fuck yeah, give me it. And it'll be like Gallipoli. I'll run at them like a cheetah.
Well, you imagine if you're in a foxhole and you've got to stay watch all night, night after night after night. What's better? You know, they give you a freaking, because you feel tempted on bulletproof
cigarettes. That would be awesome, to be honest. That feeling of like fighting with a gun if you're like out of your fucking mind on MDMA, that would be fucking wicked. But you would die so quick unless everyone was on it.
You're gonna want to go up and hug him and give him a freaking reach around or something.
DMA
is the love drug, man.
How you going, my brother?
Yeah, but no, it's pretty cool. Like, what are you saying? I don't even know how we got onto that subject, but anyway, probably oversharing a bit too much, you know, on this podcast. But
a little bit too much. I'm writing it down in my notes. Nazis with meth.
Yeah, right.
Mad. Nice.
If feds are listening, you know, I don't condone the use of it, and I don't do it
unless you're a Nazi, you know.
Unless you're a Nazi,
you know, or you're in a foxhole,
or you're in a foxhole in the middle of a war,
or you just want to get fucking paranoid and feel really good for a little bit.
No, it's a fucking crazy drug. You know, especially the way they make it these days. You know, with the shake and bake method, you can do
hitting the bottles and shit.
Oh man, and because it's so easy to make, it's why it's so freaking prevalent everywhere.
Yeah, but you can blow your arms up and shit.
Lithium batteries, Sudafed, and some lye, and away you go. You're making freaking crack, you know. And then there's a few other things, and obviously a process, and
just a few other things. You know, there's a process to it.
That's the basics of it, you know, and that's why it's so easy for everyone to make it, and that's why it's so prevalent. It's crazy, you know. But I don't know why you want to put drain cleaner up your nose and.
Yeah, I don't know. Even cocaine, it's like petrol.
It'd be like snorting the dirt from Chernobyl.
I'd fucking do that. That'd be wicked. You know how much shit you would see, my brother? You would fucking, you'd wake up in Fallout, and I know you don't know what that is because you're a fucking old man.
I've seen them. I've played the game Fallout. Thank you very much. Kiss my ass.
You have not played Fallout.
I have so. I've got it on my freaking Xbox.
You play Fallout every day of your life because you're a doomsday prepper. That's what we should be talking about. How's your hole?
Prepping?
You got a hole in your backyard?
How's my hole in my backyard?
Yeah, the hole in your backyard. You know that one? No, you know your little bunker you're going to make?
Oh, my root cellar. Yeah. That's where I store food.
Oh. See, when you said root cellar, I was thinking, you know, after everything goes tits up, you've got to have somewhere, you know.
No.
The old love shack.
It's not bad for you, though. The way shit's going in the world. And like you said, you brought it up. I prepare. I I make sure I've got food on hand for my, for my family. It's a thing you got to do.
Sure, those guns are loaded, and fucking.
Yeah, I got firearms. Enjoy having firearms.
I
had firearms when I lived in Australia.
See, I thought you were just gonna. You had one. You had a duck fucking hunting gun. Watch yourself.
No, that was the one that you seen when we were living up in Cairns.
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. What did you have other guns?
When I was
I had a handgun, but that was fucking shit. Didn't shoot bullets.
did. What?
I wanted to shoot some bullets out of that. He wouldn't let me.
Yeah, because you were like 3.
Yeah, good on you. What of it?
Yeah.
Mate,
but anyway,
you cannot teach this accuracy, Anyway.
No, but I've got my firearms, and doesn't make me a freaking redneck or whatever, or hillbilly.
It's kind of because you're from fucking Tennessee and you got firearms. But anyway,
yeah. I like to hunt. I go hunting, and we use our meat. We use that meat. We hunt deer, and we use that meat. So we store it, and we live on that meat for the rest of the year.
That's a good life, actually.
Yeah.
So expensive meat. Like you can buy a gun and some bullets and probably have years of fucking meat. To be honest, if you just shot what you were eating.
Like you take 2 or 3 deer a year.
Yeah, like that's all you'd have to do. And what if you're a shot like me? That's fucking 2 bullets,
But yeah, take the deer, and we process them up and make some ground meat and sausage, whatever. Make some steaks and just put it in.
Does it ever feel a bit weird, like eating elk? Like, do you ever go like deer? I guess after eating like cow your whole life.
It took me a while to get used to the taste
because it's gamey.
Hey, it's like kangaroo. It's a bit like kangaroo.
Yeah. See, I like kangaroo, but I couldn't eat it every fucking day.
No, because it gets a bit much of that gamey taste.
It's rich as well. It's very rich meat, I find.
But I guess you
have a pretty fucking rich sauce with it. Anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, you have a real heavy roux or something like that.
Yeah.
Roux, fucking. Yeah.
Like I had a berry sauce, I think, with it. Not like a berry sauce. What was it? Fucking red sauce. I can't remember what it was called.
Yeah, I remember.
It was heavy.
Something like that.
Yeah,
or something like what you said.
Yeah.
But yeah. But yeah, we got that, and we've got 12 acres here, so we forage for wild mushrooms, and we grow our own mushrooms. Course. Like not all the special kinds, but like chanterelle, shiitake, and oyster mushrooms and stuff like that. Chicken of the woods. We harvest.
Do you ever think it's not really worth it? You could just buy some from the shop and not die.
Well, if you know what they're, if you can identify them correctly, and why
the wild into the wild
shop.
Why
spend all that money on shit from the store? No, I don't watch that crap.
You should have watched it. Then you might go, oh, okay, shiitake. Maybe I'll fucking should die.
Well,
this guy,
you should know what you should pick if you're going to pick a mushroom.
He was reading a book, and the berry was exactly the same. And then he eats the berry, and then the wind blows the page, and it's the same berry on the next page. And he's like, watch out for this one. I'll kill you. And he dies. One day you're going to be looking at your shiitake. You'll be like, oh, this is this one. You're just going to trip off your balls.
What's wrong with that?
Well, nothing. But if you make a dinner for everyone, your whole family, fucking.
Nah, I know what's on the property and what to stay away from. The ones we pick are all the. If I don't know it, we don't pick it. If I can't identify it correctly, we're not even going to go near it. Take a picture of it, take a picture of the top, and we'll take a picture from underneath, get the gills or the spore pattern, and then we'll do a spore print. We'll see if we can ID it, find out exactly what it is from there. But if I don't know it, I'm not going to feed it to my family. But we got morels. We grow morels around here. And if you cook a morel, right, fry that morel up in a little bit of butter, man, it'll taste like a filet mignon steak. It is freaking awesome.
No way.
Yep.
That's
Yes,
white
way.
lies.
No,
You're that's like colonization lies right there, buddy. That's hundreds of years of white lies right there, buddy.
it's a good steak, man. But
well,
now you're talking about
shrooms.
shrooms. You want your what?
Mate, I want some shrooms right now. Anyway, I've got some breaking news.
Yeah.
This show that is a very popular show. It's a very old show. From the UK, the Mighty Boosh. Something's happened to the Mighty Boosh. For years, people have wanted a new series and shit like that. I think like everyone's kind of been like wanting it after there was like that crab episode. I think was the last one.
Like, what was there? There was like
jazz crab.
Seasons?
It was like the jazz crab, I think.
Yeah.
I might be wrong, but anyway, you know how there's that episode where there's Howard Moon, and then there's that jazz guy that's the demon, the black jazz spirit guy. Yeah, they've been cancelled for blackface.
Are you kidding me?
They've been cancelled from Netflix.
Fucking hell, man! Like, there's bullshit.
It's
like, come on, man! It's comedy. It's freaking fun.
And Noel Fielding's in trouble and shit. He's in a scandal now.
Oh, no. Crazy. See, and Noel Fielding's probably one of the
blackface
freaking
so many times, man. Like, you can't say just one time. He's been in blackface like fucking 50 times. Like old Greg is basically, it basically is. You've got there's other ones. There's I'm seeing these images here where it's just him in blackface with the blonde wig on because
the hitchhiker.
Oh, no, it's not even a hitchhiker. He's got a pearl necklace on as well. I could not make this up.
Oh, I know the one you mean. Yeah, I know the one you're talking about.
I don't think it's a character. I think he just puts it up places randomly because he's a funny bloke. Yeah, but I was like, what the fuck? I've just seen it. And I'm like, dude, they've been
what
cancelled.
Was it? Oh, man.
So I don't think we're going to get a new series at all, ever again.
Man,
which is actually pretty upsetting.
Yeah, this is what's destroying the world, man. You know, people need to freaking just chill the hell out. Not everything out there is freaking projected racism. You know what I mean? Like, it's not. It's not someone
taking out context.
Man, it's the Mighty Boosh.
Like,
it's so
pretty racist. That's the point. Like, it's the point of it. Like, there's so much weird shit in that show. I'm surprised they even found that. I'm surprised they got that far into it without like arresting him over the other shit, like bestiality and just ridiculous shit. Because wasn't the guy in the first episode? I'm pretty sure wasn't he like assaulting the fucking experiments? Like he was getting all sexual with them, like rubbing their fucking tentacles, like the squid humans and stuff. It's like, man, come on. It's like,
and
dude,
then he had to milk the funk.
Yeah, the funk, and then old Greg wanted to rape him. Like, man, come on. Like, there's so much more.
Go to a club where people pee on each other.
That's it. The only clubs I go to.
Want to drink Baileys from a shoe?
I haven't done that yet, but I've done a shoey, but not with Baileys. I will do it one day. I will do that.
Wait till you've drank a beer out of a prosthetic leg.
Have you done that? You have not.
Yep.
Dude, that would be so gross because you know how like your wounds get? They get all sticky and stuff, man. You just swallowed that up. Like, infectious nub. Just a little.
Yep. Yeah. Makes you grow up big and strong. It's like having your carrots and peas.
Oh, Man, you and corn. Mainly corn.
Carrots, peas, and bits of knees.
Oh, I got sore knees. Not because
Anyway,
I work, because I suck a lot of dick.
yeah. Well, I'll call you Camilla Harris. She's the kneeler. All right.
What's that? No, I know who that is.
Hang on.
I've actually got a story, another one, if
Right.
if you will indulge me. David Blaine, the magician, he's got this new special coming out, and he's going to strap himself like. Did you ever see the movie Up, where the guy's wife dies and he fucking takes his house into the sky with balloons?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's like fucking yeah. Anyway, the balloons. David Blaine's going to take himself up with balloons just with his hand, and then once he gets to like 25,000 feet, he's going to let go and parachute. He's going to put a parachute on midair and then land.
Uh-huh.
So what do you think of that? Why?
I'm sort of thinking, it'd be where's the magic in that? It's not magic.
Yeah, that's
So
what
you
I was
want to
thinking.
see magic? I want to see you land on your feet with no parachute, motherfucker.
Yeah.
I want to see you
To
pop
be
out of the
fair,
box. After
yeah,
you plump 25,000 feet to the ground, I want to see you reconstruct your body.
yeah. With your fucking black fucking juju.
The intestines and reconstitute that back into a human form.
Yeah.
Then I will give you a
fucking
round of applause.
Yeah. Anyway, it's more of a mental thing, I think. He's more like, can I go this high up, then have the mental capacity to be able to breathe and put a parachute on while I'm falling head first. It's pretty fucking
capacity. I think it's more like freaking your will to live.
Yeah, but it's still pretty skits. Like, if you fucking pass out, you're going to die, probably, because your parachute will go. But yeah, I thought it was pretty cool.
So where's his parachute? What's he going to be holding his parachute the whole way up, or is someone going to?
It's going to be in a balloon. It's going to be on a balloon, and he's going to pop the balloon to get it. So it's going to fall to him, which is, it's. I'm pretty sure they're going to have to like strap it to him, like with a.
Sounds like a freaking YouTube streamer, trying to get freaking views.
Hey, because I was watching all these videos, he's got to jump out of a plane 500 times to be able to do it on his own, and all this shit. But like, it seems fucking insane what he's doing. So I know he's probably got other things, like with all these stunts. Like he breathed underwater for 17 minutes. He reckons he didn't. He had a fucking air tube going to him. It's just like this one. If that parachute fucking misses his hand, he's fucking gonna die.
Does he have a back parachute under it? Which is what, like, does he have a secondary?
Like,
that
I know dishes are shifty, but this guy is pretty fucking crazy. Like, he's.
Or is there going to be a secondary diver, like someone else going to be skydiving next to him?
I don't think he's not skydiving. He's going up on the balloons. He's not going up in a plane or anything. He's going up by the balloons.
That doesn't mean there couldn't be a emergency crew that could be diving. That could jump out of a plane at 15,000 feet, meet him
at the same time.
And if he finds that he can't shoot, well, they grab him, harness him, and
it's just with
they're not going to let him freaking drive his head through his asshole.
Yeah, he has said that he's doing it on his own, which is one thing. And like, you can't really lie about it because they're going to be filming every angle. So I don't know whether he does that and they just.
If someone's going to be filming it, they're going to be diving, falling with him.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I didn't think of that. Yeah.
No, he'll have to have a backup. He'll have to have a back on it.
Still, it's fucking insane.
It's just on a complete wish, and he doesn't give a fuck.
We've got to fucking.
I don't envelop myself in it.
See, I watch all like the Contender series, all this shit. The training videos. Do you know any of the fighters other than you probably just know Conor McGregor and?
Not really. I watch
Not
it.
really.
If I watch it,
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah, like a main event or something. That's pretty fucking.
like I'm not into it, man. My days of fighting are over. I'll just shoot you in the face now.
It's just so cool. Like they're so athletic. I think that's why I like it. Like they're just. It's like a circus, man.
Right.
They're animals.
Oh yeah, no, they're top of the range athletes. I'll give them that. I don't watch much sport. I'm not really the sports type.
Yeah.
You know, I don't watch. You know, I watch football, soccer. You know, I watch that, but you know, I don't go out of my way. If I miss it, I miss it. I don't get pissy and shitty that I've missed a game or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm just the same now. I just fucking like I watch it if I can, but like even when I was Liverpool when they were winning the fucking title, but like that the season last season, I was like, fuck, I really want to watch this season happen. It's history, but I work every day. It's like I can't.
Then you had freaking coronavirus. It disrupt the whole freaking season.
Yeah.
And then it's the year just 2020, man. 2020.
Did it feel less special to you as well, like the title?
Yeah, it was weird.
It was pretty fucking without the Anfield Stadium like being full and like the whole of Liverpool going off.
When they lifted the trophy at the end of the season, and there was no one in the stadium and all that shit. It was just like, you know what? Yeah.
It would be the year that it happens to Liverpool, though. Like a fucking
20,
and now
2020 a fuck of a year anyway. Let's get it done and you know
fucking move on. Fuck. See what next year's got for us.
I'm afraid to fucking.
I think it would be better. I think the turn of the decade will suck.
I don't know. I got a feeling that it's about to freaking get a hell of a lot worse before it gets better. You know, you just look at the lockdown shit, man. They're locking people down again, and you know, and I don't know what everyone believes in this. You know, obviously the virus is real. You know, I'm just, yeah, I'm sorry to rant like that, but that pisses me off. People aren't smart. People are smart, but they're not freaking thinking. You know, people put too much faith in government, and I'm an anarchist. I'm a anti-government, but I'm not violent anarchist or anything like that. I wouldn't go blow up a government building up or shit like that. I just thumb my nose at government shit. You know, there's certain things the government requires me to do. I say screw you. That's against my human freaking rights. My rights as just being a human being walking this earth. You know, no government official has the right to tell another person that has exactly the same abilities and rights on this earth what they can and can't do. Anyway, as long as you're morally good, I think you're right. And I try to be right. Try to have high morals, but I don't freaking, you know. Anyway, whoo!
Rant over.
I'm gonna go and put my ARs back in my gun cupboard.
I was gonna go shoot someone real quick.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go out and freaking, you know,
just find someone with a mask on. Shoot them.
Nah. But anyway, that's my rant. Probably people are going, "Whoa, man, what a wacko!" But you know, it is what it is, and I'm allowed to have my opinion, same as you're allowed to have your opinion. Anyone listening to this, you're allowed to have your opinion. Has my opinion hurt you? No. Your opinion won't hurt me. I just get on with it and go with my life. You know, same as what you should do. You know?
That's it.
You know? No, we're going to ban the Mighty Boosh because he had blackface. Freaking in a comedy.
Mighty Boosh. Forgot about that.
No, I wasn't. Anyway, hey, let's pick on someone else. Let's pick on Ghost Adventures.
Someone else. Yes. I was looking through trending. I was like, oh fuck, what's something that's happened that's relevant that I care about?
No, I want to call Ghost Adventures out.
Fucking oath. Let's call them out right now.
Actually, me and
So
you have done our fair
this
bit
will
of
be
paranormal
yeah.
research and stuff like that.
Here we go. 2 people you would want to fucking trust with that.
Right.
We know our shit, boy.
We've had freaking encounters, man. Like I've got
Weird
some
shit.
pictures.
I'd
You've
say
seen those
weird
pictures.
shit. Yeah.
You've seen that. I sent you those pictures of the demonic shit under the bench and under the table and all that in that house.
Weird stuff, yeah. I see.
Yeah.
With all that,
And
it's hard to like. It's just ghost adventures. That's what I want to fucking. I've got a bone to pick here.
right.
Like,
I look.
Shit goes on shit. I'm just gonna say.
Work, and my wife still works in one of the most haunted places in Tennessee. Right.
Yeah.
This area has even in modern times, just in the late 90s, it's had a horrific murder there of a child, where the child was basically disemboweled and hung on a chain wire fence. Right.
Fucking hell. And where's this? Where's this like location?
Right. This is a place called the King's Daughter School in Columbia.
Okay. So,
right.
Yeah, just for context.
Right. So if anyone's looking for it, you can't go there and you can't do ghost hunts there. You can't do anything there. And I'm just speaking from experience of what's happened, in that area. Right. Behind it is the Antebellum house. I think it's called the Antebellum house. Yes, it is. And this area where the school is on, now this school is a home for disabled kids, kids with autism, Down syndrome, stuff like that, behavioral issues, right? It's not a home, it's not a detention center, nothing like that. It's just it's an institution where these kids they live on premises, they get schooling, they do, all that sort of stuff. Right. But the old area to it, it's in the middle of a Civil War, basically, battlefield and everything, okay, as well. Even though in the Civil War it wasn't a major conflict in that area, it was an artillery barrage and stuff like that, but it was a very strategic battle. And big key players of the Civil War were there, like Nathan Bedford Forrest, who was the Confederate cavalry general, who started the KKK after the Civil War, So there was all these big sort of characters of characters is not the right word, but big players of the Civil War were there. Before the Battle of Franklin and the Battle of Nashville and all that was the Battle of Columbia, Tennessee. And if you look it up, and this area, right where the King's Daughter School is, there was a hospital, there was slave quarters, there was
like
this is like
the
town of Columbia, Tennessee has some really dark history. It starts off with the slave trade. They had Mule Day there, where people would come and sell mules, which is the donkey, and blacks, right? So the slave trade, they'd sell slaves, and they would sell mules and horses, right, in the city square. Now the big courthouse in the city center, in the square, there used to be a picture, and it's not there anymore, but this is how gruesome the history of this area was. They have pictures of a slave being hung out of the courthouse window. Right? You're talking like it's dark history around there. Like, and there's people like significant in history. If anyone knows about the Masonic sort of history of the United States, they would know about Albert Pike, and how Albert Pike was a general in the Confederacy Army, but then later became a Mason and was behind sort of like the Masonic movement, really. He's got a statue up in Washington, D.C., stuff like that.
Yeah. So this house, like, it's basically, correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't know the place. It's a building which is the boarding
Right.
house,
Several
basically. I'm
There's
guessing.
several.
Yeah, I was going to say, and then there's other buildings that kind of go off it, where
Right.
they probably were used for similar things.
Right. There's the main old building, which is the old hospital. Okay. And they converted that into the gymnasium and swimming pool underneath. And up on top, where the old hospital rooms were, they converted them into dormitories. Right. And then around the perimeter of the schooling area, there's the other houses. They're newer. They were built in the 70s. But it's the land that they're on, right? There's housing there that old presidents, President James Polk, he was raised there in Columbia, Tennessee. His family home's there. His sister's home's there. Stuff like that. So there's all these old homes that are all there from early on in American history. And the bloodshed that was in the area and all the dark history and all the lives that were lost in that area have made this area such a paranormal hotspot. And so basically, well, I'm just getting around this to why I'm going to pick on Ghost Adventures here in a minute.
You're flicking my nipples pretty hard, but you're not. Yeah.
Right. But what I'm getting to is the fact that this place is so dark and so heavy that you can't go in there and every night have something sling across a table, have footsteps run down the hallway, have something attack you, slap you, scratch you, bite you. It doesn't happen every night. Some nights you go there and it is just peacefully calm.
Yeah, but then some
nights... How the freaking hell does Ghost Adventures every place they go?
Okay. This is So this is where
and I'm going to add on some things that I've seen them do. But you go ahead. Go ahead for a bit.
We're going. No. I want you to keep going because I've actually everything you're saying is building up to this thing, and it's so obvious. Like everything they do, it's getting fake.
When they originally started, if you go back to the original Ghost Adventures documentary, which had in is that in the Warsaw Hotel? Not the Warsaw.
No, the first one was actually in a mining shaft. No, a mining room.
It was in the mining town, but they went to that hotel. Remember, where the chick slashed her wrist. She slashed her wrist, something, and sat in the bathtub and played.
But they did go to a mining place actually before they went to the Washoe Club. Right. If you remember, it was the first place they actually went when they got there, and they investigated. And that's the first place that Aaron was like, "Nah, man." He's like, "I'm religious." So
some places like Jimmy Mackey's is a couple of hours north of us. You get
I always joke about it, go there and shit, but I wouldn't go.
I wouldn't go to Mackey's. I've had my dealings with demonic stuff, and no, I would not put myself in that position.
Whatever it is, whatever can happen that's negative like that, it's not fun. So I just can't see why I'd want to go openly into that. I would have when I was probably fucking 18. I know that sounds like I'm not that old. I know I'm not that old, but like I would have when I was 18. I would have been like, fuck yeah, dude. But now I'm like, nah, man, I want to sleep at night. I don't want to.
Like I told when I was doing these paranormal sort of investigation nights.
Yeah.
And these younger kids, like you're saying, they were coming out and they were saying, well, I want to see if I can get attacked, and I want to do. I'm like, dude, you don't want to do that. Don't provoke shit that will come out and freaking attack you because you're living in their time.
That's it, and it gets you when you don't want it to.
They're going to come and get you when they want to get you. When you're at your weakest, when you're at your lowest, they're going to find something against you. That's what it's like. It's like you mightn't get attacked that night, and you might think, this was all bullshit.
Yeah, but then
you're home 6 months.
Spooky happened. You're like, oh shit.
Guess what? Might be years down the track. But it's like
so. Ghost Adventures, basically, they're just they're making it up now. They'd have to be.
I think they are. Like I think it's become a franchise now.
Yeah,
And it's
and
lost
I
it.
reckon when and this is, I don't know if you've thought of this before. I think it's an interesting thought, but when Nick left, I think that's when it must have started doing that, because that's why he left. Because his show's legit. Like, you watch his show.
Yeah,
And
I'd rather watch his show because at
yeah,
least he
he
doesn't have all
tries.
that
And then
freaking.
if he doesn't get something, he goes, "We didn't get anything." It's like, okay, that's
Yeah,
still interesting.
that's what I
He went to
mean.
a
Like,
creepy
not
house
every
and
night you
played.
go into a haunted location. Shit doesn't
Hey,
happen every night.
hey, sometimes I think it's scary if stuff doesn't happen, because you're like, what the fuck is the go here? Like, you're like, when's
Yeah,
it gonna happen? It's
but,
the
but it's
you know
weird because I can walk around Colombia, and Colombia, like I said, is a very paranormally active area, and I can go from up near the old homes and everything. You can walk down the street about maybe 300 yards and go to this other building, which is called the Memorial Building in Colombia. And you go to the Memorial Building, and that place will be popping like hot as. But the other place you just come from, just a couple hundred yards away, is dead. Nothing's
yeah,
going on, pun dead, but but
that's a bad
but
pun.
but you go to the Memorial Building and it'll be popping, and then all of a sudden it'll stop, and then you walk somewhere else. You go to where all the old slave homes were, and
Yeah,
it'll be banging there.
on a
It's like the
the pub
energy's
crawl.
whirling. It's like it's whirling around,
Yeah,
and it's not always in the
yeah,
same spot.
it's interesting. Um, and just yeah, like, so I watched this one episode, and this is basically when I kind of went, fuck, this is really getting bad, isn't it? Like, I would deny it, and I think it's been bad for a while, but I think I was denying it a lot. Like, did you watch the live stream they had? That fucking massive Ghost Adventures live thing, and it was like the Dybbuk box or whatever. That was the
Yeah,
worst live thing
the one at the psychiatric ward or whatever.
at his museum. The one he
Oh,
did at his museum. The night
yeah.
at the museum.
I think I started to watch it and I turned it off because I was just like,
Yeah,
this is ridiculous.
dude, it got so bad. I watched the whole thing so many times. A rabbi said, "No, I don't believe in Dybbuk's," and it was live. So Zach's like, "Okay, let's go," and it was just like, dude, and nothing happened the whole time. I was like, "Fuck!" I just wasted 2 hours. Nothing happens except some fucking vampire guy passes out. It's like, that's not conclusive.
And they're like, we'll bring on a psychic, and the psychic will be like,
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, right.
Yeah.
That proves what?
Psychic will be like, "I've been paid, motherfucker. I'm out," and then just pass out. It's like,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know. I think
Another story, and this one could be verified, and I don't say that I have any sort of ability or anything like that. I think I'm sensitive to stuff, in a little way, but not like I'm not psychic or anything like that. Don't get me wrong.
but I think
Um,
just as a human, we're all got like
everyone has ability.
receptors for this
Mhm.
stuff. It's just
Yeah,
like anything, like you smell, touch. It's just something weird going on. We don't understand it, but we can feel it sometimes. I think maybe that's it. Who knows? Like, it's just something we can't even begin
right.
to.
Well, where I'm going with this one is like the trip I had to Gettysburg, and I was up in Gettysburg, and my wife, Carissa, we went up there and we were, we did the battlefields throughout the day and all that, and we're walking around the town and we seen that they had ghost paraphrasing, ghost hunts, they called them. And it's like, okay,
Yeah.
we're hunting. Okay. I said to her, "Oh, do you want to go and do one?" She's like, I'm and a bit about it. She's like, no. All right. She finally agreed. So we went to this one place, which was an old house that was there through the Civil War Battle of Gettysburg, and it was a field hospital. That was where they did a lot of amputations and stuff like that from wounds and stuff.
Yeah.
And before we went into the house, they just said, okay, we got a little bit of a game sort of thing we play. Can you tell us, find out if you can get any information, any spirit speak to you? And they gave you, voice recorders and all that sort of stuff. And the FM radio, what's that one that skips through all the channels? I can't remember what that one's called.
Oh, the fucking
Parabox or something like that. Whatever that's called.
Spirit box.
Spirit box, that's it. And they give you that, and you go in, and I said, what we want you to do is, if you can get the information, find out the spirit that is very active in this house. I'm like, okay. I looked straight at Carissa, and I said, her name's Sarah. She killed herself in the attic. Before we even walked in there. And that was all that was said. Carissa's sort of like looking at me going, you're fucking crazy, what have you been smoking? So we get inside and we do the thing and do the tour, and the end of the night comes, and we get some words and names and stuff like that, and we get some pretty cool little orbs and pictures and stuff. And we're down in the lounge room before we leave, and they're like, hey, did anyone get the name? And Carissa's looking at me, she's like, why don't you say something? I'm like, nah, just shut up. And they're like, oh, no one got it? Yeah, no one ever gets it. All right. Well, the girl's name was Sarah, and she hung herself in the attic. And I'm like, oh. And Carissa just looks at me and goes, what the fuck? I'm like, I don't know.
Clinch.
Sometimes that shit just comes to me, and I don't normally say it out loud, but it came to me that and I just happened to turn to her and say it. I'm not saying that I'm psychic or anything. It's just I was just open to what your energy was there at that. I think, and it was weird.
Like, yeah, it's weird how that kind of happens. I've had a couple of similar things to that, but like I've had one which was a bit of a fun story. We went to this place in Bonneville, an abandoned dairy farm, I think it was, but it looked like it'd been used for something else. But it was abandoned, and it was like this place that was just stuck in time. It's stuck in the 70s, this place. And we went there, and it gives me goosebumps, and that's how I know, like, it really kind of freaked me out. And we went there, and we did a little ghost thing, because we're just like, man, it would be cool if we got some. So here I am, I've just got my phone recording, not like speaking to anything, just we're just walking around, making fun of the place, kicking shit, throwing shit like you do when you're an idiot. And people had done stuff there. I think it was a joke, but there was like pentagrams and stuff and candles, but it was a joke. But still, I think doing that kind of
opens a doorway.
Even just like make people think that and make weird things. But this was like with a group of 4 people, and we went in, we got one thing, and we got this laugh on a recording, and it was really spooky. And this is just building up, basically. And I heard it because I went through the recordings once we got back to my mate's place, and I played it for everyone. They freaked out because we were talking. We remember when we were talking, and we had this conversation. We said something like Hitler or something, and nobody laughed. We were just having this conversation. Everyone remembers that moment, and there's this high-pitched laugh, and it's so loud. And we freak out. And we go, oh, fuck, okay. Then we start to leave the place on the night. And I start feeling a bit weird, like a bit like, do you ever get really tired and you feel like your mind's starting to wander a bit?
Yeah.
Kind of. You just feel a bit out of it. That's how I kind of felt. And like, it was pitch black. And like, we're at this spooky place, and people were walking in front of me, like by 20 meters. And I kept having this thing. I was like, man, I want to turn back. I want to go back. I was like, I want to go fucking back. It was like there's this voice in me. I was just like, I want to go back. And then about 2 weeks later, I go back with 2 other mates that weren't even there on the night. I say, let's go to this place. Apparently it's abandoned. We'll go fucking do some shit. So we do. And we break shit and stuff. And then we start to leave. And then about an hour after we get home and we're at Boimby Bay. Me and this other mate who was there, but the other mate left. He says, "Dude, the whole time we were leaving, I had this feeling like I wanted to turn back and run and go back so bad. Like something was telling me." And I look at him and I just stare at him. I go, "Bruh, shut the fuck up. You're joking right now." And it was like the exact same thing. I was like, just that weird stuff, that people pick up on. But I thought that was such a weird thing. Like for him to say it. And like, I wasn't even really good friends with him. And he said the exact same thing. And I was like, dude, you weren't there on the night. Like, and it was daytime when this happened to him. And it was just like, he said it was the same part when I was walking back. I was like, what the fuck?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's just spooky. Like, that was a long story with not really much, but
no.
It was,
I think it
was spooky.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's some weird stuff out there. There's some stuff that you just can't explain, and stuff that probably people should explain with. And
when two people experience it, you're kind of like, without like talking about it and without even having that idea about the place, you're kind of like, what just happened?
Yeah, there's some weird shit, man. They're like, man, there's been some crazy things that I've dealt with, seeing and like some of the photographs I've got, of entities, spirits, whatever you want to call them. Especially in the Memorial Center in Columbia, I got like two spirits that were walking along the side of the ballroom area, and you can clearly see them, in this image. And I was in this room by myself. There was nobody else in this room. This big ballroom, and I was just taking some snaps as I was walking out towards the exit, going to go out and catch up with the rest of the crew that was outside having a smoke. So I was going to go out there, and I just turned around and I thought, I'll just take 4 or 5 sequence of shots, just. So I turned around and went click, 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 and I didn't even look at them. I just went out, put my camera back in my pocket and walked outside, and got home, and I'm going through them. I'm like, holy shit. So now whenever I take pictures, I always examine the photograph
straight away. Yeah.
Straight away. Because I've got one of a Civil War soldier standing beside a tree. I think I sent you that picture. Did you see that one?
I think so. Pretty sure I did. Oh, near the tree with the light. It's not fun.
Yeah. Civil War soldier standing beside the tree. Remember, if they bruise blue, you're good to go. If they don't bruise blue, don't touch them.
Just know. You'll never know till you eat it. So
you eat it.
Yeah. Some good advice. You'll never know till you eat it.
Well, every mushroom's edible once.
I just want to think about like first crazy fucker to eat one mushroom that was leaking blue shit. Like he would have had to have been some character.
Yeah. I enjoy psilocybin. It's not something you can do all the time. It's not like it's not an addictive sort of substance by any means. But if you find one,
tastes like shit.
It's disgusting. It's the most vile crap in the world. But I enjoy it because I find it resets my brain, calms me down, focuses me. It gives me a better understanding into an area that I've been thinking about. It can sometimes show you shit that you probably don't want to see, but it's up to you whether you learn from it or you don't learn from it. And that's where the bad trip, good trips come in,
Yeah.
Don't fight it. Just go with whatever the mushroom's going to show you. That's what you go with. You can't fight it. Once you're on it, once it's taking you away.
You can't be in your head. That's the thing. And you can't be trying to force it.
You're not going to die.
That's it. That's the one thing with the canisters, the nitrous oxide canisters I was doing.
I've never done that.
We called them whippets. Dude, you feel like you're leaving your body. You just feel like
Yeah.
I had this one pronounced trip, and like my friend, he was like, "Yeah, dude, if you listen to a song, you can go back in time." And I could never do that, but what I could do is I could get to a point where I'd be looking at one thing, and everything would just not mean anything. And then I was just like outside of myself, and I was like, "Holy shit, this is scary." I was thinking about everything. I was like, nothing makes sense. Nothing means anything. And then you come back and you like just sit down. You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Well, that sounds more like a DMT sort of experience.
It's like that. It is. It's seriously like for 10 seconds, dude, you're not there. You're not there for 10 seconds. Something happens.
Yeah. I've never done DMT. I would really like to go and have a DMT experience.
I reckon we should try and do that together. I reckon that'd be something cool to do, like just for like a holiday maybe. Go South America.
Yeah,
get ayahuasca.
Go and have ayahuasca in freaking Peru or somewhere.
In like a tribe or something. Go chill with them. That'd be cool.
Yeah, you can go to a retreat, whether you can do the Sonoran desert toad,
yeah.
tea, you can do ayahuasca.
Got it quite a lot. The toads.
Yeah, like DMT, I would like to do it just once. But you got to be careful because apparently, from what I've been told,
you want to do it a lot.
It's like being on a rocket ship. It's not the slow. It's not the slow progressive into it like a mushroom. Mushrooms like the caring mother. It'll pick you up, it'll cradle you, and it'll hold you and take you in. Tuck you into bed warm and show you all these beautiful things. A DMT trip, boom! It's like a freaking. It's like the mistress of headmaster mistress, man, whoops you on the ass.
Yeah, that's why the canisters are good, because it's the same thing, but it's only for a short period. So I think it kind of prepares you for that. It is a fucking 200 times a rocket ship. I haven't done DMT, but honestly, I think DMT might be a bit crazier, but this shit, I think, prepares you a bit because you go fucking off.
Yeah, I'm more. I want to stay with stuff. I don't want to. I don't want to.
You don't want to KO.
I don't want to. I don't use straight away. I've used enough chemicals in my body in my younger years, like I was saying. With those other sort of drugs and shit. I don't want to go into that. I stay pure and natural sort of stuff that's out there, which can still be harmful.
Well, technically, it's a natural gas, so.
I know, but it's not naturally meant for ingestion.
To cut off carbon dioxide brain.
It's
yeah, true, but it's fun.
Yeah, carbon dioxide's a natural gas too, but you don't want too much of that.
That's it. You fucking die.
Yep.
Yeet.
So, but yeah, no, it's something that it'd be pretty cool. And a trip like that down to South America to do the ayahuasca experience.
Bit of an experience.
Whether you're doing the tea or the frog poison.
Yeah, apparently just
do the DMT experience. They cut it. They put an incision in you and then they rub it into your wound.
I just want to catch him in his library reading a fucking book. That's what I want.
In his library reading a book.
Yeah, and if he's not like
reading
his hands on the fucking
reading the instructions on the protein shake.
The only way I know if he's blind is if he's reading the book like he's fucking typing an essay on a keyboard. You know what I mean?
Punching those keys. I don't know, man. I guess you could throw him a brick and see if he caught it.
Yeah, or a knife. See if he dodges it or catches it.
He made him jump, and the guy fucking ruptured his disc. Then when he jumped, ruptured the rest of the disc out, and the guy got sued for like fucking
he just fingered his ass.
He sexually assaulted him and freaking physically assaulted him, and caused him Man, that
I'd
guy
love
would be
that. I'd
in
take
that
it.
man's stuff.
I'd take a finger in the ass for money. That sounds bad. For that much money. You gotta cut your losses, I think.
Might want to end the
Am I a
podcast.
little bit gay and fucking rich? Yeah, I am. Did I have to suck a dick to get $1 million? All right. I have to suck a dick for the rest of my life, bro, and I'm rich.
Like Rodney Carrington says, though, that sort of shit would stay with you for the rest of your life. You'd be on a roller coaster eating ice cream. And you'd be like, woo! My life! Woo! I sucked a dick.
I just remembered that. I would too. I'd be like, fuck, my life is awesome. Like on drugs and shit. And then I'd just come down real hard and I'd be like, but I sucked that dick.
Dick. I got a Porsche, man.
Oh, God.
Oh, shit.
But I kept doing it.
Have a warm meal in their belly, just I had to. Oh, shit. Better leave that one alone.
Fuck no.
Anyway.
Is anyone listening with $1 million? Hit me up.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
It was the worst thing up in my life.
Oh, mate. Oh.
Anyway. Yeah, shit. I don't know where we go from there.
I don't know, eh? I think that's a good place to wrap it up.
I think it's probably best that we wrap it up now, because God knows where it could go after that.
It's getting slightly erotic. Well, actually, I did have a thought about midgets.
So we'll save that for the episode, and I'll tell you about could you bake tossing competition.
A midget tells you suck his dick for $1 million. What do you say? It's only half the job for the same amount of money.
Oh, God.
Alright, well, we're going to have to end this one here. I'm
not even going to comment anymore on that shit.
Yeah. So if you see a midget suck his dick, get $1 million. Fucking hell.
God. All right. I'm out of here.